What's up, TikTok Nation? Hope everybody's doing well. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, scrappers, scrapazoids, planet lovers, and everybody else in between. This is probably going to be a shorter video, but I had something different come across the bench. And I don't want you guys to think that every time you see me come on live, I'm trying to sell you something. I'm not. My mission really is to teach and show people where you can get different things from. I didn't even see this piece. It was under a blanket in my car, which was under a tarp, which was under 17 inches of snow. This is from the telecom company that I often pick stuff up from. And matter of fact, I've got to go pick up some more, but not today. We have the movers coming today to get me finished up. I will repost the video. I just got to make sure I stay under an hour. You know, so I don't worry too much about if somebody else is on. I don't really mean to step on somebody else's live, but sometimes you just gotta, you gotta go when you can go because you have the material. And that really is the case here. I have this thing out and I'm working on it. It's a small, it's called a telecommunications ICX 1000. Usually, hi Tim, welcome. Usually when you see something telecom, we all start to drool, but that's not always the case. I've taken about half of it apart because I didn't want it to be redundant and boring. Even though this came out of a piece of telecom equipment, I've got to check what these are for gold recovery. I have forgotten. I know these capacitors are very good for silver recovery. This is a board I probably will take components off of and sell as a peripheral board. The only redeeming grace is a little bit of gold flashing and good gold pins in here, So I got that one out already. I got this one out already. This is going to be a high-grade telecom board, and I'll get those couple of daughter cards off. That's a high-grade, no problem. There's completely covered with chips and there's no junk, as opposed to this guy who's a junky monkey. I hope he's not a junkie. I hope he's not a monkey. Hi, Roger. David, welcome in. This is another board I've already taken out, and this would just have to go as a peripheral board. High grade, but just barely. That's a Dallas switch. Those have copper in them. They don't have the legs like the ceramic CPUs does. You got some nice tantalums here, but this will be a lower grade board just because there's very little on it. This is where you get into trouble. Not trouble, but if you try to get high-grade telecom, they're going to say no because there's all this dead space, and this is considered junk. This is nice. You've got a lot of, this is the board I just had in my hand. I've got another one just like it. And again, silver recovery here. I'm not sure about these. Hi, Chet Spark, how are you? So, I'm not a bona fide expert on everything. I like to watch other people's videos. Every time I watch somebody else do something, I learn something new. But definitely nice gold recovery there. And beautiful gold recovery there. So some of these low-grade things, those are the kind of things I'll take apart. And I'll nip stuff off. And then I'll just sell it as a low-grade board. There's just no value to it, How's everybody doing with the weather department? We're finally getting melted out. Matter of fact, I think I just said this, but this was actually in my pickup truck in a bin under 18 inches of snow. And I have my mover is coming today. We're going to get all my living room furniture out of the 2 upstairs bedrooms. Going to put my living room back together. And I'm going to give him all of my metal, all of the computer cases and everything else. I really don't mind. He's a really, really nice guy. He's been helping me out for years. And I hate the scrapyard. He's able to go to the scrapyard that's right near us. There's a scrapyard down the bottom of my hill and 2 miles over, but we had a fight and they kicked me out. Well, they had the fight. I didn't have a fight. And the owner behaved like a 2-year-old child instead of a business owner. He called me the worst names you can imagine. I mean, the filthiest, vile names. And I don't like the way they do business there. They accepted material that was stolen from my yard, was marked with my name. They called me to tell me the guy was there. I said, do not buy it. They bought it anyway. And refused to return it to me. And then recently, there was a contractor who had a bunch of copper and aluminum stolen. This guy was, it's okay, Carol, and it's old, it's old news. And I don't want to deal with people like that. I only like nice people. I don't like children who pretend to run a business. Really too bad. I taught him how to do e-scrap. I handed him a business he's now making tons of money off of. Handed it to him. And that's why I think he did it. He wasn't even paying me anything, but it was doing was buying my e-scrap from me, so I didn't have to ship it anywhere. Well, I've since got 3 new board buyers, and I don't, I wasn't worried about it because I knew his temperament was one that he could say, go away at any given moment. But, not worth it. I don't really want to work with somebody who's that unstable anyway. I mean, he made more drama than the Drama Queen channel over there. And it was really sad. I lost a friend. I lost a couple of friends, actually. And, well, I blocked him. I deleted him. Anybody who carries on like that has got a mental problem. You're running a business. You should be professional. All right, let's see what's in the telecom board here. See if we got a good one or a crapola. This is one of the problems I have with this IT place is they take a lot of the boards. I don't know, they must have a board buyer who pays better than I do, which I can't imagine because I know for a fact I'm the best price in Connecticut. Boom, it's another, it's a circuit board. I think if I clean it up, I gotta check about these because I'm not sure what they actually are. I've got to Google search them. Don't just start pulling stuff off though, because there are some things that have white powder and it can really make you sick. Jeremy, welcome. Alfonso, welcome. Please, guys, don't forget to tap the screen and hit the like button. Just hit it twice. It'll give me a like, and that helps the algorithms. These are very good chips. If I can get some of this junk off, I might be able to do a little bit better. Right now, for me, this would be a high-grade peripheral board. It's got a lot of recoverable materials, and it has visible gold. I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to resell that because it's full of beautiful gold pins. So what's been happening with what's in the box? Well, selling out faster than I can fill boxes. That's a good problem to have. I spent today just trying to get stuff moved out of the living room. I should get my dining room back this weekend, I hope. But the putting the house back together is all going very well. It's heavy. He must have already nipped out the good boards. So, there's MOSFETs, there's copper and silver here. These, I believe, have silver. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I may just sell it as a peripheral low-grade board to somebody who wants to take the time to fool around with all that. I do not. I don't have that kind of time. Got one more board left. Sometimes you get goodies, sometimes not so much. It depends what they need the unit to do, I'll show you all the boards in a minute. I got this one last board to do, and then I'll show you what actually came out. Hi, buddy. Welcome in. Robert, welcome in. If you like computer scrapping, hi, Alejandro. Thanks for the like, Chad Spark. Appreciate that. Carolyn got the #1 gifter badge. You go, girl. Thank you. You've been with me a long time. Yeah, I get an awesome bunch of subscribers. So if I'm pulling boards out with this kind of gold, there's going to be a good backplane board in here. Something gold plugs into something gold. That's what a backplane board does. That's its job. one more board left, and then there's a power supply, and I want to try to get the backplane board out. I don't know if I can. If I can, I'll do it. If not, it's going to be a short live, and that's okay because it's really item specific. You know, if I get something different to scrap, I like to do it on, you know, I like to try to do it live with you. Michael, welcome in. So if you're interested in computer scrapping, I do manage to go live a couple times a week. Don't forget to hit the like button and the notification so that you know if I've gone live. I do repost my lives, and I do that out of courtesy to the other content creators. Sometimes I don't know if somebody's on or not, and I don't want to pull viewers away from somebody else's live because that's a crummy thing to do. But this way, anybody who's interested in what's new with me can just go back and watch the video. But I enjoy doing the lives. I love the interaction. We've had a couple of really, really good lives this week. Really good interaction. I'm a little bit late. I've been going on at about 11. I'm a little late today because I am. I don't need a reason. I'm retired. Come on. No, I just been... Just one of those days we just walk around the piles in the house trying to get stuff done, you know? There's a little tab here, and I think this might be broken. Doesn't want to give. Oh. Of course, if I unscrew the other side, that'll help too, huh? High-grade telecom boards are your absolutely best scrap value. They have a lot of gold flashing. They're loaded with chips. Very good for gold recovery. Sometimes you can upgrade something. You can get it, you know, from a low grade to a high grade. There were only a few boards left in this machine. I think he may have already pulled out the good ones, which is fine. I got it for free, and he's around the corner. I'm not going to grouse about it. I'm grateful he gives me anything. I actually have to go back and pick up more, but I haven't been able to with the... But we've had almost 4 warm days in a row. They're talking about snow again on Sunday. I don't think it's going to be much, but we've had four days in a row where it's been really nice and warm. A lot of this stuff has melted. I have a lot of family in Rhode Island. They got absolutely clobbered. They got close to 40 inches in Providence. Really, really bad. A lot of people without power. Thank God it's not freezing cold, but still, ouch. Come on, darling, come on out of there. Nobody wants you. Everybody wants to see what you look like. There you go. Never underestimate the power of a good screwdriver. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Wish I'd had more of these. Now, I'm going to sell this board as is. This is definitely high-grade telecom board. I'm going to leave these. Why? Because my market is people who do gold refining. If I pop these off, I've taken away the value on the board, and I've given them a whole bunch less to, you know, to scrap out. So I usually leave all that on. Great gold recovery here. Fantastic gold recovery here. This is gold bonding wire. You want to cut that very carefully. I've seen people just hit it with the chisel. You're throwing away gold if you throw away that wire. So just score it. Use a little heat if you need to, and take it off. These are probably, I don't think there's gold under them. I think there's probably copper. I really don't want to do this, but I'm gonna pop one. Maybe so, I don't know. I'm gonna, you know what, I don't know. 1996 on this, so it's pre-2020, so it's a decent board. Not as good as some of the others that we've pulled, but certainly decent. Price was right, huh? Hi, Ronald. How are you? Long time no see. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Oh, man, look at the backplate board in this thing. I don't know if you can see it. It's gorgeous. I'm still going to get the power supply out. And I probably got get the backplane board out from the back. Can you see it? Oh, yeah, you can see it, right? Really beautiful, double rolls, beautiful, beautiful gold pins, and double rows of them. So backplane boards sell very well, guys. They sell very, very well. I think board sorts at $6 or $7 a pound. I put them in some of my gold refining boxes. You know, for those of you who don't know, I sell e-scrap to home gamers wherever I can. It basically depends if it'll fit in the box or not. So That'll be in the box. This will be in the box. These, I don't think, these to me are not good enough to resell. They're okay for gold recovery. I mean, they're not horrible, but to me there's not enough material on it to warrant the price and the shipping. So, you know, I've got to find a few more things to put in this box, but yeah, those I'll definitely resell. That box is a long way from ready. I've got to, you know, do a batch board. The telecom boards have done very well. See, I don't really gold refine myself. I could. I'm actually starting to think about it. I mean, I process so much material. It's not like I have to save it, or I won't have anything to scrap, or anything to reprocess later. I was just on the phone a couple minutes ago with somebody. We both kind of started. Well, he's been at it longer than I have. And when I first started, I bought a lot of material from him. He would always, you know, just the servers would be chock full of RAM, they'd be telecom grade, and basically he sold me anything that was broken that he couldn't resell. Now, of course, now he's, you know, we're past that. He's, you know, he's got a big business to run. E-scrap's gotten very expensive, but he does let me know if he has enough to make it worth my trip, because he's in Rhode Island. It's an hour and 45 minutes. It's not really too bad. I have a lot of family in Rhode Island. I can usually get over to visit somebody if I have to go into Rhode Island to pick up and drop off to him. But I've just written him a formal proposal to see if he would consider directly buying my e-scrap, or at least buying. I have my problem is laptops. I don't like to turn anything down, but you know, I've only got so much room and so much time. So I'm gonna see if he'll buy this. I've got a freaking pallet full of laptops. I'm going to start scrapping some of them over the weekend, though, because the older ones, I do try to scrap, the ones that are thicker. The old Dells, the old HP, old Compacts. Those are all really, really good. Yeah, thanks, guys. Wow, you pushed the buttons up fast there. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I appreciate the gift of your time. I appreciate you for hanging out with me a little bit. Like I said, I wasn't planning to do this today, but when I get something different across the desk, across the table, I feel kind of obligated to show it to you, because otherwise you see the same old boring stuff, and then you won't watch me anymore. I don't want to bore you or bore myself. Right now, I'm just really pushing the telecom stuff because I'm trying to get an order ready to go out to my board buyer on Monday. I don't know. What I do is I will be doing, I've got 2 storage bins. They were running a huge sale. It's a unit that usually rents for $550, and I got them for $200 a piece. I've got my music business stored in one, and my computer scrap in the other. So what I've been doing, just to get out from under the mess, is, I bring my e-scrap over there, and I store it over there. Oh, there actually, I have my tapper running. Thanks, Jazz Bark. There is actually, don't laugh, there actually is. Thank you. Dennis, hi. Thank you for your order this morning. It's all packed up. I just got to go to the post office. I actually sold out of CPUs this morning. It's funny, everything seems to go in waves. Things will sit on the shelf. And then all of a sudden, and I think it's when somebody does a live that deals with a particular topic, and people go looking for that, because it's crazy. I haven't sold any pinless CPUs in I don't know how long, and this morning it completely sold out. It's crazy. Same thing happened with RAM the other day. I changed my format for reselling RAM. What I'm doing is, I still have plenty of scrap RAM. I can just, I usually put that into my boxes. But what I'm finding is people are buying older IT equipment because of this crisis with RAM and memory. I mean, 2 sticks of RAM for $500, Madonna mia, And it's terrible. Really, really terrible. If they expect people to pay that. So what I think is happening is people are trying to hang on to their older technology a little bit longer. DDR3 RAM still sells pretty well. DDR2 and original DDR, they're really just scrap value at this point. But yeah, so you know, it's important to make sure you do a good job. But what I did is I changed my format, and basically when I pull it out of a machine, now the machines I buy are usually clean. They're decommissioned, and there's no operating system on them. I have no way to test them. But I take a lot of pictures. I do the Google Lens so that people can see what it actually is. And because that actually came from somebody who requested that I group it that way, because they were looking to reformat a bunch of their servers, you know, because the prices are so astronomical right now for anything new. So they asked me to do that, and I thought about it. I said, you know, I think that might be a really good idea. There's some nice capacitors for silver recovery. I'll put those into I have a box that I'm working on for silver recovery. It's just a silver recovery box. I'll throw that in there. Probably brass here if I get around to it. But I want to get this out. This is a freaking huge case, and I'd like to get it out of the house. So let's see. Let's see. Well, that was easy. A lot of really nice gold in this unit. Okay, so I think the power supply is by itself, and the backplane board is by itself, and I'm going to have to get this plate out and pull this so that I can get at it. Let's see if we can do that. I also put some boxes together with power supplies, like just the guts, not the metal, you know, for people who want to go after the circuits. Those are some great sources of gold recovery. I got all kinds of stuff up for sale. Wow. Oh my God, guys, this is one of the highest likes live I've ever had. Chad, is your finger got blisters yet? You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this. I really have. It's been a real blessing, especially given everything that's been going on in my personal life the past 2 years. Having this channel has been just a godsend. Really has. All right. Now I'm going to say I may not be able to get the whole thing apart. I'm going to try. I don't see any more little screws over here to pull these plates out with. Let's see. Let's see. If I can just slide it, that would be nice. I think it's plugged into the back plane board, is what I think. I think this whole thing comes out as a unit, is what I think. Come on. Come on. All right, I'm not going to fight with it. Number one, I don't have gloves. And, yeah, I've seen that advertised. Can't tell you what I think it actually looks like. You guys wouldn't respect me. This is going to be a buster to get out. Yep. All right, I'm probably going to have to do some cutting to get this out, and I'll do that down in the basement. But there's really beautiful gold recovery. I'm going to have to go after this. I'm going to have to get this out. And I don't see an easy way to do it except to cut. And maybe if I get this off, I don't know. So I've got to figure out how to free that, and then I'll have the back plane board. This power supply looks like it's plugged into a backplane board, is what it looks like. There's another set of backplane boards in here. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, so that's a nice power supply. Again, you know, there's not a heck of a lot on there for, you know, resale as a board. This would be something you'd want to scrap. You'd want to go after these MOSFETs. You'd want to take the copper. You'd want to go after the light them up. You guys rock. Thank you so much. copper MOSFETs, tantalum capacitors, and you know, a couple of oddities in there. So that's just basic power supply. The gold is cheesy. This is just plastic. That will get scrap. That will get sold as scrap. I'll get the goodies off it and then just sell it as low grade. Low grade scrap. Scrap-a-doodle-diddy. I do think I can pry this out. I think the reason I'm having trouble getting it out is because it's attached to a backplane board. And I don't have gloves. I really don't want to get cut. Again. I've cut myself scrapping more times than I can tell you, but I've cut myself badly twice. Once was last year when I dropped the server on my knee. It healed, but it didn't heal right. I did some internal damage with that one. And the other was like my first or second live. I was pulling a piece of metal. Had to stop the live and had to have the EMTs come and bandage up my hand. I couldn't drive. I was bleeding all over the place. Tell you, I should wear gloves. I know I should. I really do. I think what I've got to do is find a pair. I got to find something that breathes, because my hands get so sweaty then they can't grab onto anything. So, not that there's any excuse for not being safe, but it's going to be obnoxious. All right, I'm going to have to fiddle with that. I don't see any more. I think I'm going to have to cut this out of the way with the grinder. It doesn't pull. I've already tried. And then I'll be able to free that last power board. And there's another backplane down here that I do want. So I'll have to bring that down. That's going to have to go down to the bench to be attended to. There's also 2 big screws here. And I don't have the right tool to take those off. I wish this was brass, but it's not. It's steel. I already tested it. Yeah, so I got to get these off. I'm going to have to do a little work inside on that. And I don't know how to do that when I'm already live, though, Chad. I don't know how to reset my goal when I'm live already. I really don't. Let me try this. I have so much to learn yet. I really do. I don't know how to do that. I really wish I did. Crap. I'm gonna have to watch somewhere. Can anybody tell me how to do it real quick? What do I push? Hi, Goldsinger. In the middle of the top. Oh, yeah. I think you're right. Hold on. Start now. Edit soup. No, I don't want that. Well, I don't want a super fan. I'm looking for that. Hold on a minute, guys. Give me 1 second. I think I'm close. I don't know. Don't know how to do it. Hold on. Editing live goal. Continue. Edit. Close. I don't really want to take the time to. I'm going to have to study that off camera, I guess, guys, because I really don't want to mess with your. I don't want to waste your time. Let's try this. Let's just get rid of the live goal. It might work better. They just did something. There's something new that they're doing, and it's replacing the live goal, and I'm not 1,000,000% yet what they're doing. All right, see if that worked. I actually just took the live goal off, and see what happens. All right, so thank you, everybody. You're really yeah, you're reset to 50 roses. Yeah, it's fine now. Okay, good. Well, what I did is I actually turned it off, and it just defaulted to 50 roses. Oh, you guys are awesome. I appreciate your kindness. I appreciate your support. And I appreciate the gift of your time. It's really just fun hanging around with you guys. It's fun. Trying to get on more often. I'll tell you, that month off absolutely destroyed my algorithm. It was terrible. So I will get this off, and I'll have to take the grinder to those 2 pieces, and I will go after this backplane board, and I will go after the there's 2 backplane boards. There's a small one here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got incredible gold. If I left that behind, I'd be a ding dong. This has a honking huge transformer on it too, so I'll have to go after that. Again, I think I'm going to have to cut this out. Then I can get my hand or a tool down in there, and these just will unscrew, and we'll be able to get those. Absolutely gorgeous gold pins in that backplane board. That will go into one of my gold recovery. I need more tools. Yeah, I do. What I tend to do is I tend to set up for one particular project a day. Like, crap. Today I've been working on servers. Tomorrow I'm going to work on PCs. But I want to get the servers and switches done because I want to get a load of high-grade telecom. I'd like to get a load of high-grade telecom out to my board buyer on Monday. That does, of course, pay the best price, as you all know. So, whoops. My tripod is dead. So I will pin your goal some more. All right. Anyway, I am going to say arrivederci for now. I'm sitting in my freshly painted dining room. We're going to move all the boxes and things out of here. My kitchen is put back together, and my dining room will be put back together, and I'm very happy about that. And I'm going to be using the living room for my office short term. And I'll send you guys some pictures maybe tomorrow when I get the rest of the kitchen put away. I have a lot less space than I did before, though. I guess I got to throw stuff away, huh? Danny, welcome aboard. Little Diamond, welcome in. Again, you know, I'm kind of random. I usually go on Sunday mornings around between 9 and 10. Hi, boss. How are you? What else is going on? Nita, hello. Boy, I hate to go off the air when I got so many people who just jumped in. I should be in. Todd Nelson, hello. Let's see. What else is going on? Thank you, Goldslinger, for the heart me. Thanks again, guys, for the gift of your time. I really appreciate you. Dave Donahue, I just saw your name go by. Hello. And I'm going to cut off for today. I just wanted to show you that piece of telecom equipment. You know, sometimes just because it came from telecom doesn't mean it's great. I got a feeling he already pulled a couple of the good boards out. And that's fine. I got it for free. I don't care. So I'll get those cleaned up a little bit. We'll see if I can upgrade any of them. But they're probably going to go out with my low-grade boards. I'll pull the pins where the connecting cables were, and so on and so forth. Thanks, everybody, for the gift of your time, your kindness, your good words, and charm the tool man for some tools. You know, I used to date a guy. We're still friends, but we don't date anymore. We're just really good friends. And he would always go touching my tools. I said, leave my tools alone. He said, you got more tools than most guys I know. I said, well, don't go touching their tools either. And we'll just leave that at that. Bye, everybody. I'll see you Sunday, or maybe I'll see you sometime tomorrow. God bless every one of you. Thanks for chiming in. It's coming back, and it's coming back curly. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I was supposed to get a cochlear implant, and they shaved me and then canceled my surgery. So I am not ill. I am actually in very good health, thank you. And I'm glad you guys liked the joke. Yeah, I used to get quotes to say I'm here for the jokes, you know. All right, everybody. Adios. Be well. God bless you all. And thanks again for everything. Your time, your gifts. Just being here for me. You're awesome. Love you. Bye.